Dearest Crosella, this method of communication, archaic though it may be, has something of a personal touch. However, it is also a very good way of establishing a record of communications. To wit, please, alter this chosen course. It is well known in this sector and its neighbours that kidnapping human children is simply a more complicated method of suicide, and I am glad that at least you managed to learn that much. However, it seems that somehow you failed to learn that it is the threat to their family that causes the famously violent reaction, not necessarily human children. This is a situation where all Bixes are Volquans, but not all Volquans are Bixes. This same violent reaction can be elicited by threatening a human's parents, adult siblings, cousins, friends, or even pets. For this reason, please alter this chosen course. An example. I knew a fellow, an exiled star sailor, a most vicious and frightening pirate with a deep grudge against a human gangster who was pushing him out of his turf. He had thought to gain leverage over the gangster through his sister, who he seduced. When the sister learned that he did not love her, the gangster flew into a rage, shot himself in a torpedo. I'm not making this up. The human climbed into a torpedo and shot himself into the pirate's ship, and cut a bloody swath to him so that he could make a gelding of my friend. He did this because the loveless seduction was a threat to the mere reputation of his sister. For this reason, please alter this chosen course. Another example. This is a legend from the cradle of humanity. There was a retired assassin who was living peacefully with a dog, given him by his terminally ill wife, until one day a foolish enemy killed the dog. John Yacht the Wicked painted cities in blood, until not only the perpetrator was dead, but anybody who gave him succor, anybody who stood in his way, and anyone the perpetrator even tangentially supported. For this reason, please, alter this chosen course. Another example. Our cousin got a legit job at a refinery, and made friends with a large, for them, human named Jack. Now, you've heard Bibignac talk about Jack. Not terribly bright, but a good worker. When Union came along to collect Bibignac's dues, and threatened to break his carapace at the joints, the enforcers did not survive the encounter, and Jack thinks very little of the 5 years he spent in prison over it. For this reason, please, alter this chosen course. A final example, a famous one. This involves the Star Sailors again. One day, a lawyer thought he'd get an unclassified sapient to completely screw the prosecution's case against his client by putting forward a nonsense testimony. He would do this by kidnapping a small child from the Star Sailors that the sapient was staying with to get leverage over the family and the sapient. I know, you know this story. It turned out that unclassified sapient was Sneaky, a human. The human. He and 30 guys completely dismantled the syndicate on Umvia. Sneaky set bodies and wasn't even seen unless he wanted to be. For this reason, please, alter this chosen course. And now I hear that you broke into an orphanage run by, of all things, retired human drop troopers, and kidnapped the orphans in their care. Oh, by the way, it's not propaganda. They really do have drop troopers. They climb into glorified escape pods and fire themselves at planets like cracking missiles. So, my dearest brother, I say this with love, please alter this chosen course. It doesn't matter that the children aren't human, those are their children, and they will come to get them. You have one chance to survive, and that is to surrender immediately and beg forgiveness. Please, for once in your life, try not to be an idiot.